The massive alien ship appeared without warning on a quiet Tuesday morning. It simply materialized above New York, casting a shadow that stretched for miles. The world stood still as screens everywhere flickered to life with the same message: submit or be destroyed. Captain Robert Miller of the United Earth Defense Force stared at the giant hologram floating above Times Square. 20 years of military service hadn't prepared him for this moment. The alien vessel was unlike anything humans had ever seen, a dark, crystalline structure that seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. "They're giving us 48 hours to surrender," his second-in-command, Lisa Thompson, reported grimly. "Their scans show they've already positioned smaller ships around every major military installation on Earth." The aliens called themselves the Dominion, a spacefaring race that had conquered 17 other civilizations. They considered themselves the supreme beings of the galaxy, viewing other species as resources to be harvested or eliminated. Their message was clear: Earth could either become their willing servants or face extinction. What the Dominion didn't understand was that humanity had been preparing for this moment for centuries. Through science fiction, movies, and countless war games, humans had imagined and planned for every possible first contact scenario, including hostile ones. Within hours, the United Earth Defense Force activated Protocol Omega. While the alien ships focused their sensors on military bases and government installations, they failed to notice the countless small, civilian workshops and garages where humanity had hidden its true strength. Robert watched as his tablet lit up with green confirmation lights from around the globe. Ordinary people, mechanics, engineers, programmers, and countless others, were powering up devices they had built in secret. These weren't traditional weapons, but rather a vast network of technological countermeasures designed specifically to defend against advanced alien technologies. "They think we're primitive because we don't have their level of space travel," Lisa said, a slight smile playing on her lips. "They have no idea that we've been reverse engineering crashed alien tech for decades." The truth was, humanity had known about alien life for much longer than anyone had admitted publicly. The various governments of Earth had kept this knowledge secret not out of fear, but as part of a calculated strategy. They had used this time to develop defenses while maintaining the appearance of a relatively primitive civilization. As the 48-hour deadline approached, Robert coordinated with resistance cells worldwide. The Dominion would soon learn that humanity's greatest strength wasn't in its military might or technological advancement, it was in its creativity, adaptability, and absolute refusal to submit to tyranny. "All units report ready," Lisa announced, her voice steady despite the tension. "Waiting for your command, sir." Robert took a deep breath, looking at the massive alien ship that still hovered menacingly above the city. The Dominion thought they were dealing with a simple, easily conquered species. They were about to learn just how wrong they were. "Initiate Protocol Omega," he ordered. "Let's show them why you should never underestimate humans." Around the world, millions of hidden devices powered up simultaneously, ready to teach the Dominion a lesson they would never forget. The real battle for Earth was about to begin, and humanity was more than ready. The first sign that something was wrong came from the Dominion's secondary fleet. Their ships' navigation systems began failing one by one, sending the smaller vessels spinning in endless circles. The aliens had never encountered anything like this before, their technology was being turned against them by an invisible force. Robert watched from the underground command center as reports flooded in. The network of civilian-built devices was working better than anyone had hoped. Each device emitted a specific frequency that interfered with the Dominion's quantum communications, creating a cascade of failures throughout their fleet. "Sir, we're getting reports from Tokyo, London, and Moscow," Lisa reported excitedly. "The alien ships are losing power. Their shields are fluctuating." She paused, checking another screen. "And the best part? They can't figure out where the attack is coming from." The truth was elegantly simple. While the Dominion had focused on traditional military threats, humanity had distributed its defenses among millions of ordinary citizens. Every neighborhood had its hidden defenders, from the old radio operator who built signal jammers in his basement to the teenage programmer who designed viruses specifically targeted at alien computer systems. "They're trying to scan for the source," Robert noted, watching the main view screen. The massive mothership above New York was emitting powerful scanning beams, searching for military installations or weapon platforms. But they're looking in all the wrong places. The real genius of Protocol Omega wasn't just its technical sophistication, it was its distribution. No single point could be targeted or destroyed. If the aliens knocked out one device, 100 more would take its place. It was a defense system as resilient as humanity itself. "Message coming in from the Dominion flagship," Lisa announced. The alien commander's holographic image appeared before them, its crystalline features distorted with what looked like confusion or anger. "What trickery is this?" the alien demanded. "Your primitive species cannot possess such capabilities. Reveal your weapon sources immediately." Robert stepped forward, allowing himself a small smile. "We don't need to reveal anything. You came to our world, threatened our people, and expected us to simply surrender. That was your first mistake." The alien commander's image flickered as another wave of interference hit their systems. "Impossible. We detected no advanced technology. No space fleet. No planetary defenses." "That's because you were looking for the wrong things," Robert replied calmly. "You thought technology only meant spaceships and energy weapons. You never bothered to look at how we adapted, how we prepared, how we innovated." Around the globe, the alien fleet was in chaos. Their ship systems were being overwhelmed by millions of small, coordinated attacks. Their advanced AI was being corrupted by countless computer viruses. Their quantum communications were drowning in a sea of interference from modified kitchen microwaves and repurposed satellite dishes. "Final warning from all sectors," Lisa reported. "The civilian defense network is fully operational. Waiting for your command to begin Phase 2. Robert looked at the alien commander's increasingly panicked expression. "You should have done your homework better. Humans don't just build weapons, we turn everything into a weapon when we need to. Every tool, every device, every piece of technology we own can be adapted to defend our home." The alien's image sparked and stuttered. This is not possible. We are the Dominion. We are supreme." "Not anymore," Robert stated firmly. "You have 1 hour to withdraw your forces from Earth's orbit. After that, we'll show you what humanity's real capabilities are. And trust me, you won't like what comes next." As the transmission cut off, Robert turned to his team. The next phase would demonstrate why threatening humanity was always a terrible idea. The Dominion was about to learn that sometimes the most dangerous species weren't the ones with the biggest ships or the most advanced weapons, but those with the creativity and determination to use everything at their disposal. He ordered. "Let's show them what happens when you back humans into a corner." The Dominion had refused to retreat, their pride preventing them from accepting defeat at the hands of what they considered a primitive species. That was about to cost them dearly. "All sectors report ready," Lisa announced, her fingers dancing across the holographic control panel. "The Civilian Engineering Corps has completed their modifications. We're ready to show them our real tricks." Robert nodded, his expression grim but determined. "Initiate the upload sequence. Let's see how their supreme technology handles a taste of human chaos." What happened next was something the Dominion had never encountered in their centuries of conquest. Instead of traditional weapons, humanity launched a massive cyber assault, but not from military computers. The attack came from millions of modified gaming consoles, rewired smartphones, and repurposed home computers, all coordinated through a mesh network that was impossible to shut down. "It's working," Lisa reported, excitement clear in her voice. "Their ship's AI systems are being overwhelmed. They never thought to protect against code written by teenage gamers and amateur hackers. The truth was beautiful in its simplicity. While the Dominion's cyber defenses were built to resist military-grade attacks, they had no protection against the chaotic, unpredictable nature of civilian programming. Millions of small, seemingly random programs were infiltrating their systems, creating a digital tsunami that their rigid, militaristic software couldn't handle. "Sir, we're getting reports from the ground teams," another officer called out. "The modified radio telescopes are ready. Permission to initiate sonic disruption?" Robert smiled. This was where humanity's creativity really shone. Amateur astronomers had transformed their radio telescopes into weapons, using them to broadcast frequencies that interfered with the crystalline structure of the Dominion's ships. The aliens had never considered that civilian scientific equipment could be weaponized so effectively. "Permission granted," Robert ordered. "Let them hear Earth's music." Across the planet, thousands of radio telescopes began broadcasting a carefully calculated harmony, a symphony of destruction targeted specifically at the alien vessel's crystalline architecture. The Dominion ships began to vibrate, their supposedly indestructible hulls resonating with frequencies they were never designed to withstand. "The Dominion flagship is trying to communicate again," Lisa reported. "Their transmission is breaking up, but they're demanding to know how we're doing this." On the main screen, the alien commander appeared, their image distorted and glitching. This is impossible. Your species barely has space travel. You cannot possess such capabilities." "That was your biggest mistake," Robert replied calmly. "You judged us by your standards. You looked for warships and energy weapons, for armies and military bases. But humans? We turn everything into a weapon when we need to. Every hobby, every passion, every piece of technology becomes part of our defense." The alien commander's image flickered violently. "Your resistance is unprecedented. None of the 17 worlds we conquered showed such adaptation." "Then let us be the first to teach you a lesson," Robert stated firmly. "Humanity doesn't just fight with weapons. We fight with innovation, with creativity, with every tool and technology we can adapt. And most importantly, we never, ever give up." Around the world, the Dominion fleet was in complete disarray. Their ships were being torn apart by sonic vibrations, their computers overwhelmed by civilian code, their communications jammed by modified kitchen appliances. They had expected to find an easy conquest but instead discovered a species that had turned their entire civilization into one massive defense system. "Phase 2 completion at 90%, Lisa reported. "Their fleet is falling apart. Should we prepare Phase 3? Robert watched as another alien ship lost power and began drifting helplessly in orbit. The Dominion was learning the hard way that technology alone didn't determine a species' strength. It was the creativity to use that technology, the will to resist, and the ability to turn everyday items into powerful weapons that made humanity a force to be reckoned with. He ordered. "Let's show them why you should never underestimate human ingenuity." Phase 3 of Protocol Omega wasn't just another attack, it was humanity's masterstroke. While the Dominion struggled with failing systems and crumbling ships, they didn't notice the real threat growing right under their noses. "All ground teams report ready," Lisa announced, her eyes fixed on the status screens. "The nanotech dispersal units are in position. Weather control systems are calibrated and standing by." Robert stood at the command center, watching as thousands of green dots appeared on the global map. Each dot represented a civilian research facility that had been secretly preparing for this moment. "Begin atmospheric seeding. Let's show them why Earth's weather is famous across the galaxy." Years ago, when scientists had discovered traces of alien materials in Earth's atmosphere, they hadn't just studied them, they'd learned to replicate and improve them. Countless university labs and private research facilities had developed microscopic machines that could interact with these particles. "Seeding process initiated," Lisa reported. Cloud formation beginning in all target zones. The Dominion ships are still focused on their failing systems, they haven't noticed the weather changes yet. Above every major city where Dominion ships hovered, storm clouds began gathering with unnatural speed. But these weren't ordinary storms. The clouds were thick with billions of nanomachines, each one programmed to attach to and disable the alien vessel's crystalline structure. "Sir, the first wave of nanites is making contact with their hull," an officer reported. "Effect is exactly as our scientists predicted. Their crystal matrix is being disrupted at the molecular level." On the main screen, they could see the massive Dominion ships starting to lose their characteristic gleam. The nanomachines were systematically breaking down the advanced materials that made their ships nearly indestructible. It was like watching rust spread across metal, but at a vastly accelerated pace. "Incoming transmission from the Dominion flagship," Lisa called out. They're requesting a ceasefire." The alien commander appeared on screen, their usual arrogance replaced by barely concealed panic. "What sorcery is this? Our ships, they're being eaten alive." "Not sorcery," Robert replied calmly. "Just good old human science. While you were busy conquering worlds with brute force, we were studying, learning, and preparing. Those 17 civilizations you conquered? We learned from their mistakes." "Impossible," the commander sputtered. "Your species, you were supposed to be primitive. Weak. How did you hide all this from our scans?" Robert allowed himself a small smile. "We didn't hide our technology, we hid its true purpose. Every weather satellite, every cloud seeding program, every atmospheric research project, they all served a dual purpose. We turned our entire atmosphere into a weapon, right under your nose." Around the world, the Dominion fleet was literally falling apart. Their mighty ships, once thought invulnerable, were being systematically dismantled by microscopic machines born in ordinary Earth laboratories. The aliens who had threatened to destroy humanity were now watching helplessly as their technology crumbled. "Phase 3 completion at 60%, Lisa reported. "At this rate, their entire fleet will be neutralized within the hour. Should we prepare to initiate Phase 4? Robert watched as another Dominion ship began breaking apart, its once mighty hull now riddled with holes. "Not yet. Let them watch for a while. Let them understand exactly what happens and you threaten a species that has spent its entire history preparing for this moment." The Dominion had made a fatal mistake. They had assumed that humanity's lack of space travel meant they were technologically inferior. They never considered that humans had chosen to focus their technological development in other directions, creating defenses that were as innovative as they were unexpected. "Your species," the alien commander said slowly, "you are not what we thought you were." "No," Robert agreed. "We're much, much more. And you're about to find out just how much more there is to learn about humanity." Phase 4 wasn't just another weapon or clever trick, it was the revelation that would shake the Dominion's empire to its core. As their fleet hung crippled in Earth's orbit, humanity prepared to show them something they had kept hidden for centuries. "All deep space facilities reporting ready," Lisa announced, her voice steady but excited. "The lunar bases are powering up. Permission to reveal our true capabilities, sir." Robert took a deep breath. This was the moment humanity had been waiting for. Authorization granted. "Let's show them what we've been hiding on the dark side of the moon." Across the command center's main screen, dozens of hidden facilities began powering up. For over 50 years, humanity had maintained a secret presence on the moon, not for exploration or research, but as the ultimate backup plan. "Lunar Defense Grid online," an officer reported. "Artificial gravity wells charging. The Dominion fleet won't be able to escape even if they wanted to." The truth was extraordinary. While the world's space programs had appeared to make slow, cautious progress in public, they had been building something remarkable in secret. The entire dark side of the moon had been transformed into a massive gravitational control center, capable of trapping any hostile fleet in Earth's orbit. "Sir, getting readings from the deep space sensors," Lisa reported. "The Dominion reinforcement fleet has just entered the solar system." "Exactly as we predicted." Robert nodded grimly. "Perfect timing. They're about to learn why attacking Earth was their biggest mistake. Activate the Jupiter array." This was humanity's greatest secret. While the world watched public space missions to Mars, a hidden coalition of nations had been building something far more ambitious near Jupiter. Using the gas giant's enormous magnetic field, they had constructed a weapon that could harness the power of an entire planet. "Jupiter array charging," Lisa confirmed. "Energy levels rising. The Dominion reinforcements are about to enter its range." On the main screen, the alien commander's image appeared again, this time showing genuine fear. What is happening?" "Our sensors are detecting enormous energy readings from your outer system." "Did you really think we would leave our solar system undefended?" Robert asked calmly. "While you were scanning Earth for military bases, you should have been looking at our planets. Every celestial body in our system serves a purpose in our defense." The Dominion reinforcement fleet, rushing to aid their trapped comrades, suddenly found themselves caught in an invisible net of gravitational forces. The Jupiter array was more than just a weapon, it was a demonstration of humanity's true technological capabilities. "Energy pulse ready," Lisa reported. "The reinforcement fleet is fully contained within the array's field." Robert faced the alien commander's image. "You came to our home, threatened our people, and expected us to be helpless. Instead, you found a species that had turned an entire solar system into a fortress. Every planet, every moon, every asteroid field, they're all part of our defense." The Dominion commander's crystalline features showed something new, respect, tinged with fear. "Your deception, it was complete. You let us believe you were confined to one world, while all this time, we were building," Robert finished. "Not just weapons or ships, but an entire system of defense that no invading force could overcome. And now, you get to be the first to witness it in action." Around Jupiter, the array began to pulse with energy, its massive field ready to deliver a message that would echo across the galaxy. The Dominion was about to learn that some species are best left alone, and humanity was at the top of that list. "Commence final sequence," Robert ordered. "Let's make sure the entire galaxy understands why Earth should never be threatened again." The Jupiter array lit up like a second sun, its energy field expanding to encompass both the trapped reinforcement fleet and the crippled ships in Earth's orbit. But what happened next wasn't destruction, it was something far more powerful. "Quantum transmission matrix ready," Lisa reported. "The array is aligned perfectly. All ships are within the field." She paused, looking at Robert. "Sir, are you sure about this? Once we do this, there's no going back." Robert nodded firmly. "The Dominion needs to understand. Not just their fleet, their entire empire. Initiate the transmission." What the Dominion had thought was a weapon was actually something far more sophisticated. The Jupiter array wasn't designed to destroy ships, it was built to communicate across vast distances of space, using the quantum entanglement principles that the aliens themselves relied upon for their communications. "Transmission beginning," Lisa announced. "Converting all battle data now. Every moment, every innovation, every demonstration of human ingenuity, it's all being broadcast directly into their empire's quantum network." The true genius of humanity's plan was finally revealed. They weren't just defending Earth, they were sending a message to every civilization in the Dominion's empire. Every failed attack, every human innovation, every moment of the invasion was being transmitted in real time across thousands of light years. "Sir, we're getting responses," an officer called out. "The quantum network, it's lighting up across the galaxy." Other civilizations are receiving our transmission. The alien commander's image appeared again, but this time there was something different in their stance, resignation mixed with understanding. You planned this from the beginning. This wasn't just about defending your world. No, Robert confirmed. This was about something bigger. Every civilization you conquered is watching right now. They're seeing how a primitive species defeated your mighty empire. They're learning that resistance is possible. Across the galaxy, 17 conquered civilizations were witnessing humanity stand against their oppressors. They were seeing how everyday technology could be turned into weapons, how civilian innovation could overcome military might, how creativity and determination could defeat superior technology. The quantum feedback is massive, Lisa reported excitedly. The transmission is being copied and rebroadcast across their entire network. They can't stop it. Every ship, every colony, every conquered world is receiving our message. This was humanity's true victory. Not just defending Earth, but showing the galaxy that the Dominion wasn't invincible. That even their most advanced technology could be turned against them by a species they had dismissed as primitive. Your empire is based on fear, Robert told the alien commander. Fear of your technology, fear of your military might. But we're showing everyone something more powerful than fear, hope. Hope that they can resist, that they can fight back, that they can win. The Dominion ships hung powerless in space, their crews forced to watch as their reputation for invincibility was systematically destroyed. The transmission continued, showing every detail of how humanity had prepared, adapted, and overcome their superior technology. Phase 4 completion at 100%, Lisa reported. The message has been received by every world in their empire. Should we proceed to Phase 5? Robert looked at the alien commander's image, seeing the final pieces of their arrogance crumble away. Your choice, he said to the commander. You can retreat now, leave Earth and never return, or you can stay and find out what else we've been hiding. What's it going to be? The entire command center held its breath, waiting for the Dominion's response. The next few moments would determine not just Earth's fate, but potentially the future of 17 other civilizations who were watching, learning, and beginning to hope. The silence in the command center was deafening as everyone waited for the Dominion's response. The alien commander's holographic image flickered, their crystalline features showing an emotion no human had seen before, humility. We. The commander's voice wavered, we surrender. Not just this fleet, but all operations against Earth. The Dominion officially recognizes Earth as a sovereign and protected world. Robert exchanged glances with Lisa. This was more than they had hoped for, but still not enough. That's a start, he said, but what about the other 17 civilizations? What about their freedom? The commander's image shimmered as reports flooded in through their quantum network. Our empire, it's already changing. The worlds we conquered, they're rising up. Using your tactics, your strategies. The transmission showed them how to turn their everyday technology against us. On the main screen, data streamed in from across the galaxy. The Dominion's empire was experiencing simultaneous uprisings on every conquered world. Inspired by Earth's example, other species were discovering their own hidden strength. Sir, Lisa reported, excitement in her voice, we're getting direct transmissions from other civilizations. They're thanking us, sharing their own innovations. The quantum network has become a channel for resistance strategies. The true power of humanity's plan was revealed. By broadcasting their defense of Earth, they hadn't just defeated an invasion, they had sparked a revolution that spanned the galaxy. Every subjugated species was learning, adapting, and fighting back using humanity's methods. Phase 5 is ready, Lisa announced quietly. Should we show them our final card? Robert studied the alien commander's defeated posture. That won't be necessary. I think they've learned their lesson. He addressed the commander directly. Here's what's going to happen. The Dominion will immediately withdraw from all conquered worlds. You'll provide technological reparations to help them rebuild. And Earth will oversee this transition. You would show mercy? The commander asked, genuinely surprised. After what we attempted to do to your world? Mercy isn't weakness, Robert replied. It's another kind of strength. One your empire never understood. We could destroy you with Phase 5, but instead, we're offering you a chance to change. To learn. To grow. The commander was silent for a long moment. The Dominion has existed for 10,000 years, they said finally. In all that time, we never encountered a species like yours. You hide your strength behind apparent weakness. You turn simple tools into powerful weapons. You inspire others to resist us. But most surprisingly, you offer peace when you could have revenge. Around Earth, the damaged Dominion ships began powering up their remaining systems, preparing to retreat. In the outer solar system, the reinforcement fleet was being allowed to turn back, carrying with them the message of humanity's power and mercy. The quantum network will remain open, Lisa reported. All 17 civilizations are establishing direct contact with Earth. They're asking for guidance, for help in rebuilding their worlds. Robert smiled. This was humanity's greatest victory, not destroying an empire, but transforming it. Not just defending Earth, but liberating an entire galaxy. Send them everything, he ordered. Our knowledge, our innovations, our history of resistance against oppression. Let this be the beginning of something new. As the last Dominion ship disappeared into deep space, Robert looked at his team. Today, we didn't just save Earth, he said proudly. We showed the galaxy something they had forgotten, that true strength isn't about military might or advanced technology. It's about creativity, adaptability, and the courage to stand up against overwhelming odds. The sun rose over New York, its light no longer blocked by alien ships. But Earth's horizon had expanded far beyond its own solar system. Humanity had taken its first steps onto a much larger stage, not as conquerors like the Dominion, but as liberators, teachers, and allies to a galaxy learning to resist tyranny. Send a final message to all worlds, Robert commanded. Tell them, welcome to a new dawn. Welcome to freedom.